gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jinquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo!
Whoa. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, so unfortunately, I wish that I didn't have to do this because I wanted to accept the narrative. I wanted to accept that the FBI got their guy and this is the right thing to do. And, you know, let's go ahead and get justice from this one guy. He was a lone shooter. But now all the things that are coming out and people are having us question everything online, along with the slander of Charlie Kirk. And I think all of it is just something that needs to be looked at as far as a crime scene goes. But we are going to talk about the official narrative. We're going to talk about exactly what they're trying to spin this as here. And here's the thing. I was not a guy who was a big Charlie Kirk guy. You know, I thought he was a dweeb, respectfully, you know, RIP. But I didn't like him, okay? I didn't like him. But he did not deserve to get capped in the way that he did publicly execution style. It was just horrific. It was horrible. It was something that nobody ever would wish for anybody to go through. And it's just wild that it even happened on live stream with all those cameras and all those witnesses and all those people and all those different angles. And you would think that everything would be easy to find out and they would know where the shots came from and they would know this and they would know that. But we don't have enough. We don't have enough, man. We don't, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what the FBI is spinning the story as of now. Tyler Robinson not cooperating with the police, even though they're saying that he admitted to the crime in Discord. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe. Who knows? Right? But I've got some, angles that we can look at that people are looking at online and saying, hey, man, this doesn't add up. Hey, man, why are they already reconstructing the plaza where Charlie Kirk got killed? Isn't that a crime scene? Isn't that a crime scene? Did the FBI just get done with whatever they had to do there? Is it mopped up and swept up and tucked under a rug? Just like when President Trump was, there was an assassination attempt on President Trump, and boom, they smashed the guy, right? They clap him. They sniped his ass too. They put him down, and then boom, you see them washing off the roof the next day. The next day. Okay. So this is crazy. All right. You've got neighbors of Tyler Robinson speaking out. You've got people who were close to his family speaking out, some saying he was a good boy, some saying he was the only leftist in a right-wing family. At the end of the day, we want to know what happened. The timelines aren't adding up. The people are trying to figure out where was the gun when he jumped off of the roof, because, I believe that you can see a gun sticking out, but at the end of the day, the images and the video is so grainy, you just can't tell. Shout out to JM with the $2 super trap.
Oh, say less.
We appreciate that. He says, keep up the great work, man. Yeah, I am definitely going to keep on doing these stories. This Charlie Kirk thing has become an online crime scene. And you guys know that I thrive in these online crime scenes. And, we are willing to go to conspiratorial land. We are willing to go to all different places to figure out the truth and the matter about what has happened to Charlie Kirk. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you guys the official narrative. All right. People are saying that he had a obsession with conservative influencers. So we're just going to get the official narrative all panned out here. I did live reporting on this shooting once it happened. I knew through the video that Charlie Kirk was no longer with us. You could tell by the shot that he took and the way that his body moved. He was gone on impact. And this is going to be crazy for the internet to dig through, and I'll throw my 2 cents in when I can.
A manhunt for the person who fatally shot conservative activist and father of 2 Charlie Kirk is over after President Donald Trump announced a suspect is in custody. 31-year-old Kirk was the founder of the conservative youth activist organization Turning Point USA. He was fatally wounded on Wednesday, September 10th, during a campus event in Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Authorities have identified 22-year-old Tyler Robinson as a suspect who allegedly killed Kirk. Here is a timeline of how the shooting unfolded and how Robinson was arrested. According to Utah Governor Spencer Cox, suspect Tyler Robinson arrived at UVU's campus at 8:29 a.m. local time.
Okay, so make sure you remember these times, 8:29 local time. Okay? 8:29 local time. I mean, the timeline, it's tight. It's tight. Okay? Let's keep going.
On the day of the shooting, driving a gray Dodge Challenger, Bo Mason, the commissioner for the Utah Department of Public...
So they're saying he drove to the campus, 8:29 a.m., gray Dodge Challenger. I mean, that man had the Chally. Why you gonna throw away your... Bro, if you got a Challenger as a white dude, I mean, come on. You're about to clean up in these streets, bro. Why you gonna throw your life away when you got a Hellcat, bro? What the hell?
Public Safety said authorities tracked the suspect's movements onto the campus.
Through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location.
All right, so run it back.
A.m. local time on the day of the shooting. On the day of the campus at 8:29 a.m. local time on the day of the shooting, driving a gray Dodge Challenger.
So he drove a gray Dodge Challenger to get up there.
Bo Mason, the commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety, said authorities tracked the suspect's movements onto the campus.
Through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location.
Okay, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. So as you guys can see, he's at the Lucy Center or the Locy Center. They have a perspective of the shot, 200 yards. The experts are saying a simpleton could make that with, a weekend of training, much like the Trump assassination attempt. The shot was 157 or something, 170 yards away. It was a simple shot. And it's just like, it's just wild that nobody noticed him with this rifle going into this building here.
At 12:07 p.m., a crowd awaits Charlie Kirk at UVU, the first stop on Turning Point USA's The American Comeback Tour. Supporters start chanting Kirk's name ahead of his appearance. Around 12:09, Kirk makes his appearance and throws hats out into the crowd of about 3,000 people.
Yeah, man. I mean, say what you want about Charlie Kirk. He had aura. He had influence. People loved him. He was talking that talk. He was debating libs and he was wrecking them. And the thing is about debating these mentally unstable people, you got to be delicate. And I mean, was he delicate with them sometimes? I think he was delicate with them on the in-person stuff, but on his, Dolos channel, he was popping his shit. He was talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? He was, letting it all hang out, right? And he was not holding anything back on the Dolo channels. But when he was debating the people in their face, he would try and do some snarky gotcha things, but he wouldn't be like blatantly disrespectful. Whereas when he's on his own platform, he's a little greasier. You know what I'm saying? He's talking his own shit. He's getting off ideas that are more and more controversial that bring in, people to say, what the hell did he say here? And what the hell did he say here? And now you see people bringing these things up. So he was a controversial figure. And then when you couple that with the demographics that hated him, right? So we see that a lot of women, a lot of feminists who are talking down on Charlie Kirk's name after he passed away. You see black women talking down on Charlie Kirk's name when he passed away. You see the LGBT community. But the thing is, all these different categories encompass so many people. Damn near everybody's he, him, they, them, she, her in their Instagram bio. So now you have to understand that everybody who voted for Kamala Harris is somebody who's going to be offended by this guy. pretty much. And then some, because not everybody voted in the first place. So it's wild. It's wild what happened here. And just how they scoped them out in the way that they did. I just don't. I didn't think he was that controversial, right? Like, I didn't think that he was. But now people are telling me, oh, well, he was going to run for president in 2030 or 2032. I don't know. I can't say, but I didn't think he was that controversial. But his assassination turned him into a martyr, and the people who are making fun of him, they're doing a campaign to get him fired and all this kind of stuff. So it's become a cancel culture battle of who can cancel who can cancel who. And you know, what comes of this in the culture war? What comes of this in the culture war? That's my question. You know, you got people calling for civil war. You got people saying that there needs to be some type of retribution. I just don't understand what type of legislation comes from this assassination. I mean, do you stick it hard to the trans community and then turn them into a little militia? Because there are a lot of people who are in that community who don't look like it. This is what you got to understand. So what does that civil war look like? How do you identify, you know, who is on whose side? And it's I don't think there's going to be anything like that to happen. You can see there's visuals, there's memorials, there's candlelight, all that kind of stuff. So I think that the supporters of Charlie Kirk, the conservatives, Republicans, whatever you want to call them, the right wing, they're mourning him. As far as any new legislation that comes from, I don't know, unless it's just Trump thinks of a policy and then he goes in and says, hey, Charlie believed in this. Let's push this because Charlie believed in it. You know, maybe give him a bill that has his name on it that has nothing to do with the way that he was killed. I don't know what comes of this. That's my question. But I hope that there isn't like violent retaliation where they picked off one of your social media pundits. Now you're picking off another influencer, because that will make this game very dangerous for your boy. And you know, I stay strapped. I ain't trying to catch a charge. But yeah, it's about to be a shitstorm in the social media space. For a long time, they're allocating a database of people who talked crap about Charlie Kirk. Already got 30 to 40,000 people in this database. So it's more data collection, more data brokering. And we're gonna see what happened. But we got another timeline point, 12:10 p.m. We see him throwing hats. All right. And then we're going to correspond this with the shooter's timeline. Let's keep going.
All right, we're going to get started, everybody. You know how it works.
12:11 p.m. Kirk begins speaking, opening debate and answering questions from individuals in the crowd. At 12:23 p.m., Kirk is hit with a single shot to the neck, appearing to come from an elevated position on a nearby rooftop. Video shows Kirk being carried by 6 men to an SUV, which transports him to Timpanogos Regional Hospital. According to authorities, immediately following.
So, as you can see, this is the official video that the FBI are putting out that shows the shooter getting off of the roof. This black thing that's coming out right here, this sticking out right here, is what they're calling the gun. Now, people are saying, oh, it's an AI generated. They just added that because of the way that it swings. I don't know. I have to look at it closer, but I believe that that's the gun. He has a strap. It to me, it seems like it's probably strapped. He has it strapped over. You can see the strap kind of hanging across his back, strapped over his back, jumps off the roof.
The subject moved to the other.
And then you see what he's holding right here. Boom. He kind of takes it off of the strap, it looks like, and puts it in his right hand while holding onto his left hand. Looks like he wanted to drop it, maybe wanted to drop it, and then just decided, hey, I'm gonna just jump my happy ass off right here, and while holding it. So
The subject moved.
people are saying, oh, did he put it back in his pant leg? Because they were saying he was walking with his pant leg, but then you got a picture of him. He's walking up the stairs, and it doesn't look like he has a big phone bulge, but he doesn't have a firearm bulge walking up the what's it called, the stairs there. So let's keep going
To the other side of the building, jumped off of the
jumps off. Okay, so you see that big ass bag type. He might have just like a rifle bag, or maybe a guitar case. You know, I've been known to carry the strap in the guitar case. I can see that he's jumped and he's dropped something, and then he picks it up, and it looks like that's the rifle bag.
Jumped off of the building and fled campus into a nearby neighborhood. At 12:52 p.m., UVU sent out an alert that police are investigating and that a suspect is in custody.
So I was at 12:52 p.m. 12:23, he shoots Charlie, and then they're saying in that same minute he's seen, the shooter is seen running. So I mean, he shoots Charlie and immediately gets up to run off of the roof and does it within a minute. I'm not saying it's impossible, but to hit the shot at 12:23 in like a second or two, and then boom, correspond that with 12:23, about to be 12:24. I mean, at what point does it turn to 12:24? When he jumps off of the building? Or is this 12:23 that they're seeing right here? Because that's record time. That is kind of record time. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's got to be pretty quick. Like, boom, take the shot. Ooh, get your ass up. Like a up down drill in football. He like, boom, take the shot and then get up real quick. Or he's boom, relishes in the moment. 5, 4. I mean, you just killed a guy from long range. So 5. He relishes in the moment. 3, 2, 1. Then he goes, or boom, take the shot, get up, boom. I'm a pro. Let me skedaddle. I don't know, man. If this is his first body, I think he stays up there for a second. I really do.
And fled campus into a nearby neighborhood. At 12:52 p.m., UVU sent out an alert that police are investigating and that a suspect is in custody. The person of interest is released after questioning. At 2:22 p.m., the Orem Police Department said the shooting suspect was not in custody and is still at large. At 2:40 p.m., President Donald Trump announces in a post on Truth Social that Charlie Kirk has died from his injuries, writing, quote, "No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie." At 4 p.m., Utah Governor Spencer Cox clarifies during a press conference that there is a person of interest in custody who is being questioned.
To whoever did this, we will find you.
So all I care about is between that 8:29 a.m. to the 12:23 shooter seen running after jumping off the roof. That is the timeline that I am not okay with. And that's what I want to kind of look into during this stream.
At 4:21 p.m., FBI Director Kash Patel writes in a post on X that the subject, quote, "for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk, is in custody." Authorities later say the person of interest was not the shooting suspect.
So the FBI did fumble this investigation 2 times. They said they had a suspect, then they didn't. And then Kash Patel came out, said he had a suspect, and then they didn't.
And was released after questioning. At 7 a.m. on Thursday, September 11th, FBI Special Agent in Charge, Robert Bowles, announces during a press conference that authorities have recovered what is believed to be the weapon used in the shooting, a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
So he has a high-powered bolt-action rifle. Okay. So we're gonna the Mauser 98 rifle. Okay. And it's going pretty crazy. But if you guys know anything about this, this is a bolt action rifle. I mean, you got to know how to sling this thing. You got to know how to sling this thing, and that thing is not bending. You need a specific tool to break this weapon down. You got to sling, you got to put that that bullet in, sling that bolt the right way. I mean, you got to know how to use this thing, baby. It's like a damn World War II machine, bro. You got the firing pin here, the bolt. I mean, that shit's not easy. And it's not an easy disassemble either. You know, it's not like a 40 Glock 40 where you know, click the release and then you sling it back after pushing the firing pin down. It's not that easy, okay? I mean, you got to be pretty proficient not only to have shot this shot, which I'm not saying, like I said, the experts are saying that it's not a hard shot to make, especially if you've been deer hunting all your life. But this is pretty much the gun that he had. I'm going on an actual gun site right here, so I'm putting in my date of birth. And they're charging, well, this this store here is charging a cool 3 to 5 bands, but I know this shit ain't that much. But as you can see, look at that. This is a 40 to 44 inch rifle, and it's straight. Like, you're not bending that wood. You're not doing any of that. Now, what does it look like down sight? What does it look like down sight? I'm not sure exactly what type of scope he had. I'm trying to get like a POV of the scope to see how close it would have looked to take that shot. Can't find one right now, but like I said, man, you got the wood handle, this long barrel here. I mean, this is like a 36 inch barrel. See, you got the scope right here, the optical, as Natty Wit makes the correction there, the witty correction. You know, we want to use the correct gun terms for the gun guys out here. But yeah, it's getting a little fishy. Now, they do have an image here of Tyler Robinson before he actually took the shots. They have an image here. This is the image that went viral for the FBI to capture him. They wanted to see who recognized him, and apparently his father recognized him. His father confronted him. His father went to religious consult. He consulted with a priest, and then he turned in Tyler Robinson.
At 9:56 a.m., authorities released images of the suspected shooter, asking for the public's help in identifying them. The FBI writes in a post on X that it is offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to the identification and the arrest of the individual responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk. At 6 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday, September 12th, President Donald Trump announced on Fox and Friends in New York that
I mean, I guess they're saying this is before the shooting. Where's the gun? Because, I mean, if this was during that 8 a.m. time, then I could see, okay, he reassembled the gun on the roof. That makes perfect sense. There's also people who have images of him running along the roof. But the FBI said he was walking weird in the neighborhood because he had the gun down his pants. Now, them are tight jeans right there. Them are some tight jeans. I can see his phone print. You know what I'm saying? I can, and I can see the underwear lining here on his left leg. So these are tight jeans. These are not like baggy jeans.
Person is in custody.
As I'm walking in, they said, looking real good. They have the person that they wanted.
At 8 a.m., Utah Governor Spencer Cox said at a press conference that Tyler Robinson, a Utah native, was identified as the person who shot and killed Kirk.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
He was taken into custody in St. George, Utah, on Friday. Cox said that after Robinson's father recognized his son in the distributed photographs, he told Robinson to turn himself in. Robinson initially said no, but later changed his mind, officials said.
So run it back. Let's see how they said that he was captured.
Recognized his son in the distributed photographs.
So the father recognized his son in the photos.
We got him.
He was taken into custody in St. George, Utah, on Friday. Cox said that after Robinson's father recognized his son in the distributed photographs, he told Robinson to turn himself in.
He told Robinson to turn himself in.
Robinson initially said no, but later changed his mind.
So he initially said, no, I would rather self-delete. Then he changed his mind.
Officials said. The father then called a youth pastor, who is also a U.S. Marshals Task Force officer. The officer advised.
So the father called a youth pastor, who is also a U.S. Marshal Task Force officer.
The father to have Robinson stay in place. This information was then conveyed to the FBI.
I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history.
And you have to realize nobody recognized this guy except the father. Nobody recognized this guy except the father. So the FBI were not about to get this guy. They had a cold trail. It was a cold trail. But they have matched Tyler Robinson's DNA. They matched his DNA with the gun. Let me get that article up really quickly. Not with the gun, rather, but with the towel that the gun was wrapped in. Let me get my facts straight. Let me not say no dumb shit. All right, here we go. All right. So we got DNA evidence that links Tyler Robinson to some of the materials that were found with the gun, according to Kash Patel's FBI. So DNA evidence links suspect to killing of Charlie Kirk, FBI director says. Kash Patel says DNA found on the towel wrapped around the rifle believed to have been used to kill Kirk matches that of Tyler Robinson. So a towel matches the towel that was wrapped around the gun. But what does the gun say? What does the gun say? Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, has said that the DNA evidence found by investigators links the man accused of killing right-wing political activist Charlie Kirk to the fatal attack, despite his alleged refusal to cooperate with authorities after his arrest. So he's not cooperating, and it looks like he's pleading not guilty. Speaking on the conservative-friendly Fox News network on Monday morning, Patel said the DNA found on a towel wrapped around the rifle, believed to have been used to kill Kirk, matches that of the suspect in custody, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. The arrest of Robinson was announced Friday, 2 days into a manhunt set off by Kirk's killing during an event at Utah Valley University. Robinson ultimately turned himself over to investigators after a relative recognized him in suspect photos released by investigators after Kirk's killing. Patel also said that additional DNA found on a screwdriver recovered from the roof of a building on the UV campus also has been positively processed for the suspect in custody. So he used a screwdriver to get to the roof of the building. Maybe, oh, they going straight to X. Oh, they got the video. Okay, maybe to jar a door open. So they have the screwdriver, his DNA on the screwdriver and his DNA on this towel. The rifle itself, Patel added, is currently being processed at the Federal Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosive Laboratory in Maryland. So they sent the gun all the way to Maryland. Gee. I'm sure that gun will not have any smears or obstructions of the original evidence. What the fuck? What are they shipping it? UPS? They sending that bitch USPS to Maryland? You can't be serious. Y'all couldn't do this in a lab in Utah? Keep the investigation local? Why are they sending the murder weapon of a high-level assassination to another state? I mean, I could see, it's protocol. Look, man. I don't know. I mean, it could be protocol. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but why? It's a little fishy. They're saying it's on Kash Patel's plane, maybe. I don't know. The written note, we believe, did exist, and we have evidence to show what was in that note, which is, and I'm going to summarize, the suspect wrote a note basically saying, I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. That note was written before the shooting. Patel said there was evidence that the note existed at the home Robinson shared with his partner, but it was destroyed. We have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI. So he's saying that they did an aggressive interrogation of maybe the roommate that they caught, who they are claiming is a man who wanted to transition to a woman. Kash Patel said they interrogated him and they found evidence of a note that was in the possession. They don't really say where the possession was. I guess they're saying at his apartment. It did exist, and we have evidence to show what was in that note, which is, and I'm going to summarize, the suspect wrote a note basically saying, I have the opportunity to kill Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. That note was written before the shooting. Patel said there was evidence that the note existed at the home Robinson shared with his partner, okay? But it was destroyed. So this is information coming from the gay furry partner, trans partner, I guess. We have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI, Patel said. In another interview on Monday morning, FBI Co-Deputy Director Dan Bongino told Fox News that Robinson appeared to have exhibited multiple warning signs. I believe co-workers stated he had detached himself when the topic of politics came up and walked away, Bongino said. Bongino added that based on statements from family members, friends, and some of the messaging we have from the digital footprints left behind, that he clearly had some obsession with Charlie Kirk. On Sunday, Spencer Cox said that Robinson was not cooperating with investigators, but the Republican Utah governor said authorities were gathering information from family members and people close to Robinson. Cox also said that Robinson had come from a conservative family, but that his ideology was different than his family. Patel echoed Cox on Monday, accused Robinson of disliking what Charlie stood for. Okay. Patel's remarks on Monday morning revealing new details in the investigation into Kirk's killing came amid criticism of his handling of the case. Hours after the killing, Patel had announced on social media that a suspect was in custody, only to say in another post a few hours later that the individual had been released after questioning and that the shooter was still at large. Dick Durbin, the Democratic senator of Illinois, called Patel's premature announcement amateur hour and questioned his professionalism. Conservative activist Christopher Rufo questioned Patel's leadership, saying that it was time for Republicans to assess whether Kash Patel is the right man to run the FBI, adding that the agency's director performed terribly in the last few days. And I would tend to agree. I would agree, man. You know, we had high hopes for Kash Patel coming in. He's been very underwhelming in lieu of the Epstein scandal that is plaguing the Trump administration. I don't think that thing's going away, but Charlie Kirk is definitely a 2-week story. Don't get it fucked up. But the Epstein monster will be looming its ugly head right back around. And people will be trying to connect dots here and connect dots there. But as you can see, furthermore, Patel attracted derision after ending a speech at a news conference by saying he would see Kirk one day in Valhalla, a heaven of sorts of warriors in Norse mythology. Patel defended his handling of the investigation Monday. I was being transparent, Patel told Fox News, referring to the social media updates. The job of the FBI is not just to manhunt the actual suspect, but it's also to eliminate targets and subjects who are not involved. Could I have worded it a little better? Sure. Do I regret putting it out? Absolutely not. He added, I was telling the world that the FBI was doing as we were doing, and I'm continuing to do that. A motive for Kirk's killing remains unclear. And what he should have said is, we have a person of interest in custody upon interrogation, you know, whatever. We'll see if they did it or not. A motive for killing or Kirk's killings remain unclear, but more information on that front could come on Tuesday, when Cox said he was expecting Robinson to be formally charged after with the killing. On Monday afternoon, the Washington Post reported that Robinson had previously appeared to confess to the attacks to friends in a Discord group chat shortly before his arrest last Thursday night, with the newspaper citing anonymous sources and screenshots. Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. Read a message from an account reportedly belonging to Robinson on the platform Discord. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this, the Post reported. So there you have it. That's straight from the Guardian there on the Charlie Kirk story. But let's get into what neighbors were saying about Tyler Robinson. There were some people who were saying that they seen him going in and out with some suspicious figures. There were people saying that Tyler Robinson was seen kissing the furry friend or the trans friend that he had previous days before the shooting. So we're going to get into all of this, and then we're going to get into a little more conspiratorial line of thinking. Who would want Charlie Kirk deleted? I'm not going to go to the obvious of what everybody wants, you know, or is thinking, right? The small little country in the sandbox. I'm not going to do that because I just got remonetized, so we're not going there. But we will look into the crowd, and we will look into actual evidence. Charlie Kirk did say had some dissenting opinions about the small country in the sandbox, and you know, I'll play him, but I'm not gonna, you know, give my opinion on it. I'm just going to play it as something just for you guys to know that I understand where people's frustrations are coming from, and, you know, where the hypotheses are coming from. But I personally, actually, I don't know, because you know, even though they're saying they're being transparent, we're not really getting much. We're not getting a confession. We're not getting real hard evidence. We're getting these videos. I want to see the video of when he took the shot from his perspective. I want to see the videos of all of the rooftops around that area. You know what I'm saying?
Is this something you ever would have expected to happen here?
No, not in a million years. It's like our governor said, he was hoping it was from someone from a different country, or you know.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, some terrorist or something, and I just
God damn it, I can't play this. The copyright music, sorry. I can't do it. But you know, I'll try and find another clip. Yeah, I can't play that because they got the little song in the background and it's just too much. But there is a clip of somebody in his neighborhood saying he was kissing. He was kissing a friend. So let's get into that one. You know, they hit me with the in the eyes. I couldn't do it. Sorry.
There's some published reports out there that this individual, the roommate, may have been transitioning. Did that correlate with what you saw?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so he was going to have.
So they're saying there were reports of him Tyler Robinson kissing the other gay dude.
Transitioning. Did that correlate with what you saw?
Or the transitioning of the other gay dude. His boyfriend.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so he was going to have an operation to be to turn into a woman.
Yeah, and I think he's good.
I mean, but you know, how the hell would he even know he was going to have the operation? Just because he was wearing the clothes and wearing the wigs and doing all this stuff doesn't mean that he would, you know, this is where you got to kind of use this witness testimony. Now, did he see him? This is where they got to be specific. Did you see him cross-dressing? Did you see him wearing wigs? Did you see him wearing dresses? Did you see him in girls' clothing? Yes. Okay. You know, would you assume that he was probably going to take the next step and, you know, chop his dick off? That's a whole nother thing, because from my understanding, Caitlyn Jenner ain't chopped his dick off yet. So, you know, not every trans person is chopping their dick off, but definitely, you know, over here, I think these people have a mental illness that needs to stop being propagandized on the masses and really dealt with from a psychological and internal point of view.
Ready for that?
Sorry, just what way do you think that?
I remember them talking about a doctor's appointment. It was about...
So he remembers them talking about a doctor's appointment. Okay, it could have been a doctor for a flu. And look, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt here. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. Did you hear them saying, oh, yeah, we're going to a transition doctor? Or did you hear them say, yeah, we're going to the doctor to get a checkup, you know, because we butt fuck, so we have to get an STD test? Those are two different things.
About 2 weeks ago, I would say.
And they were kissing?
Yeah.
Do you know, where did you see them kissing?
Just coming out. I was riding with my bike, so I didn't see the whole thing, but yeah, I saw them.
And when did you hear them talking about a doctor's appointment?
I would say about the same time that they came out. So that one time, yeah.
Where were you standing for that?
I was just riding by here.
Okay.
So.
And you were able to hear snippets of their conversation?
Yeah. Yep.
But you were sure that they were a couple, but you have only seen them together once?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, random guys don't hold hands and definitely don't kiss. So I would have tried to stop him if I knew it was him, like before.
So there you have it. He's saying that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. He's seen it, and he lived in the little apartments there. Let's see. So we're going to get a little bit more information on this Tyler Robinson kid. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so we got the little Discord thing. We covered that. Had the perfect plan to take out Charlie Kirk. Okay, yeah, so the boyfriend's name was Lance Twiggs. So we can kind of talk about him as well. But I do want to show this clip of construction going on. I mean, is it suspicious? I would just think you power wash that thing and then call it a day. But is it suspicious? There's a few different things going on here that we have to talk about. but they got construction in the courtyard where Charlie Kirk was shot, like already. Like they're already doing construction. So let me find that really quickly. But yeah, they are pretty much wiping the crime scene clean. I guess it's not a crime scene anymore, right? I mean, the FBI is doing pretty quick jobs with these crime scenes. They get these things cleaned up real quick. All right. So we have a Indian young man who is filming the campus at UVU after Charlie Kirk's assassination, and here is a courtyard.
Let's see what are they doing, because I see a lot of construction smoke going on. Oh no, they are constructing. They are taking out the whole platform where he was sitting, and they are constructing a new one, as you can see. So that's what the change is. And guess what? The killer was there, and there was a video taken from here, and that's where you see a killer running behind in the background. And I was like right here when it happened. So this is what is happening right now. I think, oh, as you can see, my boss is still there. They are taking the things inside, so I'm gonna go inside and see.
Ouch. Ouch. And this video is kind of what makes me say, ooh. I mean, they are real live doing construction. I wish you would have got more film. I wish you would have got way more film on just zooming in into the plaza, zooming into the work. It looks like they're picking up the tile. It looks like they're picking up the tile and putting new tile, because, you know, maybe the tile was bloodstained, but that ain't nothing but a little pressure wash away with the secret sauce. So you get the secret sauce pressure washing on that thing, and you're going to be able to get that blood up real nice. So I don't see why they had to change the tile. But I don't know, man. I think they should have roped that thing off for a week, kind of walked around, just learn the land, really understand the landscape and how many vantage points and where those shots could have come from. I'm sure they done the bullet trajectory and all that kind of stuff. But they got the a video of the 3060 or the 3006 hitting the a watermelon. So that's pretty interesting to kind of give you an idea of, I mean, I guess you could say thank God it wasn't a headshot, but you would wonder, I don't know. Well, that neck wound was big. So as you can see.
In high speed, it doesn't look totally different on the fragmentation, but once it's expanded, all the water is thinner droplets, the chunks are smaller. It converted a lot more energy into it. That blew apart a lot more, like naked eye wise.
Wow.
Behind it.
So, I mean, you see kind of what that looks like on a watermelon. Yeah, it's just kind of weird that they are, you know, taking the crime scene and picking up the tile. But there is like video of the scene that we'll kind of skim through. People are saying that, you know, the neck wound was an exit wound and not an entry wound and all this kind of stuff. I disagree. That looked like an entry wound to me. But let's see. I got some more videos that may come across as suspicious. Now, some people are saying it's normal that they would do that. And then people are saying it's this person, it's that person. I don't really agree with a lot of these people's perspective, but there's a video camera directly behind Charlie Kirk's head that was being removed after the shooting. So as you can see, he's kind of standing there looking around.
Safety team is here.
Grabs the chair.
I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit.
He's taking down the camera. Now, I hope that that camera footage was given to the FBI or local authorities.
Is what the security detail just said.
So he picks the camera up, and where does he go? Well, he puts it in the camera bag. Kind of deconstructing it, maybe. We're still looking at this guy. And he leaves the camera. So he leaves it there. Definitely would be interesting to have that footage. Also, this camera right here. I mean, this camera is going to be the most high definition.
My son just messaged me and says that Charlie Kirk.
You need to leave. Yes, sir. Now, quick. Get him out. Hey, you go right now. Get out of here.
They were getting people up out of there. So, you know, you got different angles. I'm not saying that they should be public, but hopefully the authorities have them. They did have the construction work. People got video of a previous rally that Charlie Kirk did where his security looked or appeared as if they took money from the local authorities, aka the local police. So I'll show that really quickly. People can't play the music, but as you can see, this cop here walks up to his security. Now look at the hands. That's hard cold cash, it looks like. So you see, well, maybe it's cash in a money clip. It's hard to see, but he handed him something. Just food for thought. Oh, they're saying maybe a thumb drive. That's a big thumb drive. It did shine, though. It did flash, so. So as you guys can see, he tucks it in his pocket. So there is a re-upload of someone's live footage. You can kind of get the landscape here. So you have the LGBT crowd who is rooting against Charlie Kirk, and they're kind of behind him over his left shoulder. And you see the tent right there. So let's let this guy kind of move around a little bit. So he's kind of just sat up here, not really moving around. Charlie Kirk finally comes out and he's moving. Let me know if y'all see some, chat. Let me kind of speed it up. So here you go. There you see Charlie walking in. Oh, never mind. Sorry. That's a different tent. He's filming the wrong tent. So here's the tent to the left corner, in the bottom left-hand corner, behind this guy's head. Here's the tent.
Yeah! Woohoo!
Here's the tent.
USA! 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 USA!
So there you go. You see the hats flying. This is when Charlie comes out. He's throwing the hat. Come on, dude. What are you doing? This is shitty camera work.
Damn it.
So he's not really getting a good vantage point here. Let's speed up. This man filming all head. All right, so they're throwing out hats. So that wasn't actually Charlie's entrance. Let's see.
Yeah, it's right now. That's the camera. That's the camera, yeah.
Okay, so they were having some conversations here.
We don't really like people who. Yeah, that's a pretty lightweight setup.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I got some.
Are you here for this
gear in the backpack?
Oh, okay. Is it your Instagram?
I'm just.
Backpack?
It's all right here.
So this is your.
I got a router in the backpack.
Well, so you do live streams.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
That's the camera.
That's the camera, yeah. With the heat.
That's your recorder. Your flash.
This is the audio capture.
Look how tiny that is. Wow.
It's my own DIY streaming setup. And so it's professional ones cost like $5,000. Yeah.
I just don't remember what that is. I've seen small ones, but I haven't seen this.
This is the mic right here. This is the receiver for this.
Yeah. How far will that transmit? Really? Can you put that up next to that?
Yeah.
Just so I can.
Yep.
Hold that to take a picture. That's really tiny.
Yeah,
Where's your windscreen?
Yeah, that's in my backpack. I gotta get it out.
So that's your monitor, and this is this what your recorder is the SD in there or SD in here?
I can record to this, the SD in this, and stream at the same time. So
wow.
I'm recording to everything.
Wow.
So that way, if I have multiple cameras, you don't miss any angle. You know.
Who makes that camera?
So as you can see, this conversation, the shots are about to ring out though.
Exactly. So hey, why don't you guys like Charlie Kirk?
I think that I don't like his views on genocide and how he's supporting I don't like the murder of children dying in Palestine, in America.
So they asked him why they don't like Charlie Kirk. He's saying his support for the small country in the sandbox.
I don't approve that he's condoning someone who's pushing the U.S. to become more authoritarian and is violating the Constitution every which way. He confused a dolphin fetus with a human fetus.
He said he confused a dolphin fetus with a human fetus. Yeah, I mean they did get him in that little abortion debate. They did.
Charlie Kirk did.
Yeah, he did.
Say that again.
He confused a dolphin fetus with a human fetus. Yeah, I'm like a
When was this?
It was during
It was in a debate where he was debating some abortion pro-choice person.
He was asked, is this a baby? And showed a picture of a dolphin fetus. He said, without a doubt. And the guy got him. Boo, Charlie Kirk.
When do you think life begins?
He doesn't know. He don't want to speak on it.
I don't know. And for that reason, I think we shouldn't enforce people to do the same. Why we take the choice to make the choice.
Gotcha. What about you?
I agree with both of what they have said, and I think that believing that life starts at conception is. I mean, can you look at that and define that is a life? I feel like you could say that then life starts before when it's conceived in your head. Like,
okay, let's fast forward.
It's racism. What's that one mean? It's what's that referencing to love one another?
Palestine, a lot of people. We had it to its position.
We are here.
Okay, here we go.
We heard shots.
And I just believe that they still should not be mass murdered. Their children shouldn't be killed at the age of 0. We also don't condone Hamas either. We don't think that's all right. We're not supporting terrorism.
Say that one more time real quick.
We also don't condone Hamas. We think that genocide's wrong on both sides. We're just saying that we're not advocating Israel is the one that's doing the most. We're pro-Jewish people and pro-Palestinian people. We think people should live. People have a right to live.
And that's kind of back to like the love one another thing. It's like love everyone.
Love everyone, regardless of race. Everybody.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out here.
We appreciate you. Love you too.
You gonna go down and get closer? Or are they like restricting you guys up here or what?
Nah, it's too crowded. It's just there's just so much. Before we had a flag and we had it, so it was positioned above the tent, so it would be in the camera. They made us move.
What was that?
He just got shot.
So, yeah, that happened fast.
So before we had a flag.
But you can clearly hear that shot came from afar. See this thing load up for us. Come on. This is why I don't like X's video player. It shit sucks. Because like rewinding and fast forwarding, they want to act stupid now. 1906. All right, so we had shots fired at 1906. Let me refresh this. Sorry, X's video player is absolutely horrendously horrible. All right.
Like restricting you guys up here.
Nah, it's too crowded. It's just there's just so much. Before we had a flag and we had it, so it was positioned above the tent, so it would be in the camera. They made us move.
What was that?
He just got shot. And look, she's laughing. She's laughing. Maybe this is a trauma response, but
we had it, so it was positioned above the tent, so it would be in the camera. They made us move.
What was that?
So just look at everybody's reaction. Some people in horror, even initial reactions were kind of mixed. And this bigger woman, she heard it first. Honestly, she was the first to react. So good instincts on her. Come on, it's on that bullshit again. Let me refresh it one more time. Again, X's video player is absolutely dog shit. Sorry. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I do want to look at those reactions. All right. Boom. So there you have it. So let's just look at the reactions here. Late reaction. And they see it. They see it. Boom. Just got shot. Holy shit. He's kind of laughing. So shots fired. Nobody looks back. Come on, you gotta look back. Everybody's down. He's filming everybody down here.
There's been a shooting. There's been a shooting. We heard shots. We heard shots.
So you see the chaos. You see the chaos here.
You guys okay? Okay, love you. Be safe. Hey,
Look
be safe.
around. Look where this water. I wonder where this water is coming from. Oh, that's
Apparently there's been a shooting. I don't know who's been shot.
So they were actually behind the tent, like they're okay. So here's the tent where Charlie Kirk is at. They're behind the tent. So he must have seen something on here. But he's not at the right angle,
pro-Jewish
though.
people and pro-Palestinian people. I think people should live and people have a right to live.
And that's kind of back to like the love one another thing. It's like love everyone.
Love everyone, regardless of race.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out here.
We appreciate you. Love you
gonna
too.
go down and see the get closer? Or are they like restricting you guys up here or what?
Nah, it's too crowded. It's just there's just so much. Before we had a flag and we had it so it's positioned above the tent so it would be in the camera. They just moved.
What was that? He just got shot! Holy shit! Holy shit!
So here's the tent where Charlie's at. Ah, man. It's hard to see down there, too.
There's been a shooting. There's been a shooting. We heard shots. We heard shots.
So the shooter is to the left of this, all the way like 200 yards across on a roof, probably bailing right now. So none of these roofs here.
Okay. Okay, love you. Be safe. Hey, be safe. Apparently there's been a shooting. I don't know who's been shot. We are here live at Utah Valley State University. There's been a shooting at the Charlie Kirk event, the TPUSA event. There has been a shooting. Everybody's evacuating. I don't know if that was shots or if that was fireworks, to be honest, but. Good, how are you doing?
Were you able to see anything that happened?
I was standing right here interviewing people. Hang on. Charlie Kirk got shot? Holy shit. Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck is what my kid is saying.
Your kid's saying Charlie?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Damn. That shit was live, too.
My son is down there. He says that Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. This is unconfirmed. This is from my son who was down there right in front of Charlie Kirk. We're going to go down there and see if we can get any more info. My son just said Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck.
Wow.
I don't know the accuracy of that. You guys okay?
No. Stay.
So he's getting closer.
Abby, are you inside or outside?
My son just said that on the phone.
That means it's over there. It sounded like to me like it came from up there.
Look, he's saying he got shot in the neck.
Sounded like a sharpshooter.
Dude, he just got shot.
Wow.
Hey, what happened? You don't know. Stay down.
After having me hit, we all ran up and came back and he was gone.
So a little too late now, but he's not looking the right way.
Clear out. Someone here.
So I guess this is a medic here. Charlie Kirk has already been hauled off. You got the camera right there behind
We have
him.
multiple eyewitnesses saying that Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck, and that they saw blood spray.
Yeah, it was bad.
Where are you? Okay, calm down. I don't know yet.
I'm getting out of here.
Stay close. You guys up this way. Let's go that way. Hey, go that way.
So he's getting pretty close here. Now I don't see any blood. So the blood splatter went to the left, our right, his left. There's a camera here, and he fell to the left as well. So I don't see any blood on the table. See how close he's able to get. I would just walk right up there.
Definitely not fireworks.
So here's the plaza where they pulled it up. Okay, so they had some type of turf here. Looks like they pulled up the turf and pulled up the tile and then replacing the tile.
Should we cordon off this stuff?
Shout out to Scott Kelly. He says, Orange Man 2028 Mega MAGA.
Oh, say that.
All right, let's keep going. Appreciate that, Scott Kelly. Can't see much here. This is when the guy is coming to take down the camera, though. Not very far after. It's 5 minutes. He's thinking. And he's breaking the set down.
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
Let's keep going. This one, they about to get everybody up out
My
of
son
here.
just messaged me and says that Charlie Kirk.
Now, quick!
They're saying he has to leave.
You go right now.
All right.
Hey, he's out. He's out. He made it out. He's fine. He's out. He made it out. He's fine. He's looking for you. He's looking for you. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on a second. Where are you located? Where are you? Okay. Call me in. Sorry, you all right? I'm going to hang up and call you. There's a door here, but I don't think you'll let me in. I'm going to hang up and call you because
You actually, hey, sir, did you say you saw it happen? Yeah. Did you see the person who did it?
All right, guys. So if you're just now tuning in, we are reevaluating the crime scene of Charlie Kirk. Now, the shots went off from this angle. I'm kind of upset that he's not panning the camera to that angle. But this was live footage of the shooting. So we're getting people up out of there.
The 11 tolerance crowd.
Yeah, I saw them in that recently. Yeah. Do you know where?
So apparently, this photographer that was just right here in front of the camera got a picture of the guy that was arrested. He was looking for he's heading to the UVU police to give them that picture. Where were you at?
I was just over there in that little structure area.
Tell me what happened.
So I started off maybe 30 seconds before the shot, walking up the stairs all the way to the side of the bridge underpass area because I was looking for the line to ask him a question. It came to our attention that the line was on the other side. So I went around and ended just by the structure.
Shout out to K on X. He says, your personal opinion, do you think it was an inside job? I mean, an inside job in the sense of what? Like an inside job in the sense of somebody inside the university or somebody, I mean, because obviously there's an aspect of conspiracy, but then an all aspect of a lone shooter as well, who maybe notified people that he was going to do this or maybe notified people afterwards that he had done this. But as far as like co-conspirators in the planning of this assassination, I don't know. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet until there's more evidence.
And that's when we heard the gunshot.
Wow. Do you know where she is? She's in the Sorensen Center. Stay with me. Somebody got a picture of the guy that got arrested.
Is that the guy they cuffed?
Apparently, I don't know. So I was up there on the balcony.
I saw a guy down there they cuffed and hauled off.
There was a guy down here getting video. There was people up there videoing down that definitely must have got a wide out angle.
Did you hear that he got hit for sure?
My son here told me
He's either
that
hit in the neck or the chest.
Yeah.
I've heard mostly the neck, but I've heard chest a couple times.
I talked to one of the officers. He said he got hit hard.
Kay says, I think the small country in the sandbox situation had a part to play, but I don't think there's proof of them doing it, but it could be part of or the plan. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not there yet, but there are clips of him being critical of the country in the sandbox, the small country in the sandbox. And, maybe they did want to garner more favor with him, but to go ahead and do this, I don't think he was even saying enough. He wasn't saying enough about that movement yet to really shake and make moves. I don't think he was, not yet.
Yeah.
almost like it was set up because the second speaker was the one talking about guns. And then the next thing you know,
Yeah, that must be.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that does sound fishy.
He's a close friend of my brother's.
Where's the Sorensen Center, Liam?
Sorensen Center is down in there. Okay, let's,
Come here. You guys see what happened? Kind of. Are you willing to talk about it on camera? Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. Kind of shocked.
Definitely shocking. We're here at the Charlie Kirk Turning Point USA event. What can you tell me briefly what happened in your eyes?
Well, my name's Eric. I was standing about the third level back, so probably 50 feet from Charlie. I heard a shot, which took my attention away from Charlie. And when I looked back at him after the echoes, there was blood protruding from his neck or his head, about 6 inches or more, literally gushing out. Neck or head, I'm not quite sure, because his head was tilted back. I don't think he's going to survive this shot, if you want my opinion.
Unbelievable.
I think he got hit in a very vital spot.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was an up close shooter or at long range. Any idea?
I don't know. It sounded like a higher caliber. It sounded like a higher caliber, like a 9mm. It didn't sound like a 45 or anything, but I don't know. It didn't sound that deep to me. It almost sounded like a cherry bomb.
Unbelievable.
It was a gunshot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in shock.
I am too. I can't believe it happened in Utah, of all places. Where he has so much support, but obviously the opposition was here. And now we're looking at a murder scene, possibly. It's obviously a crime scene. But I don't think that Charlie can survive this unless the EMTs were close, and it was pretty, rated R level kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I
No
appreciate
problem.
your testimony.
You
sir.
bet.
Travel safe.
Thank you. You too.
You can see what happened? Some people think I was up on the balcony and the 11 corners around the town.
Not really. We kind of heard what happened, but we were probably maybe 20 feet away.
You guys here to hear Charlie speak, or?
Yeah, we were.
Well, prayers to him.
Well, what a coincidence that he was talking about gun violence, and then all of a sudden this happens. Like, what the hell?
Somebody else told me over there.
Like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, what are the chances of this shit happening to here, bro? Like, it's scary. Like,
it's terrifying.
It freaked everyone out. Like, it just ruins the whole experience for everyone.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, I don't know. Like, come on, bro. Now they got this whole place on lockdown. But scary stuff. Scary stuff. I'm glad no one else got hurt. Pray for Charlie.
Yeah, pray for Charlie. Thanks, guys.
An organizer closer to Charlie's position said he was shot in the neck.
We still don't know yet. I'm still. Well, no, I'm still, here comes people with ARs reportedly shot in the neck.
Did you guys see what happened?
Was it like a loud, like?
All right, everybody, you need to leave the area all the way up and all the way to the south or the north.
First one.
Everybody leave.
this right here.
Do you want me to carry it?
No, okay.
I think she went over this way. At this point, I don't know, but if you can just either move to the north or the south, down in the valley a little bit, Just right now, right now, I'm not sure.
Push the button in there.
This is all pricing, so just go this way.
Okay. So active crime scene. They're telling everybody to get out of here. We are going to comply. The police said it could come from up on the roof, but they arrested a guy down right in front of Charlie, so there might have been. It could have been. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I've been on the phone with John, but I've been on the phone with Andrew, so he's coming to me.
All right, so something weird happens here where this man starts interviewing these MAGA people, and his friends come and silence him, and he's like, "Stop, dude, stop!" And they just come and mop him up.
See what happened? Did you guys see what happened?
Yes, I saw him. Are you recording this?
Yes, you're live right now.
So these guys are with the American Comeback Tour, I guess. I mean, I don't know if this is an official group or they're just all wearing the same shirt. Maybe this is some of Charlie's merch, though.
Well, we're recording. I don't know if we're live because of the cell service.
So,
hang on.
I was standing in probably the third. Okay. I was standing from probably the third row in the bottom. I saw hit. I heard the shot ring out. I looked to my left, and then I looked over to my right. I saw him slump over in his chair forward. He slumped over. He had blood coming from the left side of his neck down his shirt, and he slumped over and he was carried off. Get off me! Get off me!
Running high right now.
Please tell him to get off him. I don't know why they came in and wouldn't let him say his piece. But this first eyewitness testimony is very important. So that's a major loss in this investigation, I believe, because you got right on a guy right there, and he's not able to tell his story. So I guess they said no snitching.
This guy says a man died today. This is unconfirmed. That's what this eyewitness testimony just said. Everybody's in shock, including myself. Where's your mom at? Oh.
So very curious as to what they're telling him right now. Does he ever get to say his piece? It looks like the cameraman's waiting for him.
Okay. Say it again. Okay, so let's go to everybody else.
Nope. Damn. Wow, man.
Unbelievable. Somebody could be so offended by the words coming out of a guy's mouth. I mean, just unbelievable.
The worst part is that doesn't even stop the work.
Sad day today.
All right, so Candace Owens is coming out saying that there were threats by Bill Ackman made against Charlie Kirk. So here we go. The circus has begun. I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to let her say her piece. Do I agree? I have no clue. But this is what she's claiming here. This is breaking news. This just happened. She's probably still live. Candace Owens claims that Bill Ackman potentially threatened Charlie Kirk in the Hamptons just weeks ago.
In the Hamptons, and he had more than one event, but he had essentially what was staged, an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman, because Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. This is not the route that you should be going on. And Charlie was surrounded by his friends, his quote unquote friends. Bill Ackman was very upset, and threats were made. That is what I am told. And
what type of threats, though? Like threats on his life, or threats that they'll ruin his movement? What type of threats?
I will tell you that I am very happy for Bill Ackman to dispute this narrative. In fact, he was asked to dispute this narrative. Max Blumenthal went out to him today, and Bill Ackman came back and said, I have receipts I can show you. And he did not provide the receipts. This is not how it went down. I know it went down this way. I'm waiting for one of them to go on record and to say that it didn't go down this way. It was at this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called, and Charlie was invited to Israel. This was an under duress situation, I would say, because I've been in these situations before. When I started asking very sensible questions about Israel, as someone who had dedicated her political life to supporting Israel, many times alongside Charlie Kirk, I was met with the very same pressure. And just like Charlie was being invited to Israel, I was invited somewhere else. And when this arrived to me, it felt like a threat. You know, I got to tell you that. It felt like a threat, like not like, hey, come here and we can educate you because you're my friend. More like, this is your last chance. That's how it felt to me. I can't speak to how it felt to Charlie. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. A ton of money. Maybe would fund it, you know, spend tons of money. And Turning Point, I guess, if it needed to go to a higher level, would have gone to an even higher level than it already was at. And I know for a fact that Charlie denied that funding. That Charlie denied, and what Bibi didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel for, I would describe this as like, you know, re-education camp. You know, we've seen it. You made an uh-oh, but we can help you. You know, we just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah. We just need you to come to the Holocaust Museum and take a photo. We just need you to go to Israel, and we can make this better.
Yeah, and I personally don't. I mean, I don't know how accurate the Bill Ackman argument is. I don't necessarily agree with everything she's saying. And I don't like, you know, jumping to the conclusion that this was that small country in the sandbox. I just don't think it is. I don't know if it applies here. I really don't.
Charlie said no to Bibi. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that.
Like, there's no way to plan something like this with a random guy that quickly.
I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have, it's solid. Okay. There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at that time, and they are solid. So I decided, another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there. If you've been listening to my show, Seth Dillon, was going to go out to Seth Dillon, and I decided to message him last night about this Hamptons meeting. And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. And I want to be clear, I am not someone who normally publicizes text messages. But my friend was shot in the neck. And I'm just not really in the state right now to be polite when it comes to the answers that I am demanding, okay? This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweets because, you know, he tweeted, I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. I said, any comment on this one, Seth? He didn't answer last night. This morning I said, need a comment ASAP, please. He didn't answer. Then
So I'll show you guys who she's talking about. She's talking about hedge fund manager Bill Ackman. And we're not accusing him of anything, by the way. But this is who she is naming as somebody who had the dinner with Charlie Kirk at the Hamptons. And they got in an argument and he potentially threatened Charlie Kirk. Then we have Seth Dillon. Let's see. We have Seth Dillon here, entrepreneur, who, you know, she's the one. She sent this message to Seth Dillon through the DMs. Said he replies quickly, but this time he's not. Maybe they're just brushing her off because
follow that up. And
she's kind of, you know, I think it's a reach. It's a stretch.
I said, trying again here, you were present when Ackman lost his mind on Charlie and when Bibi invited him to Israel and Charlie refused. Text messages immediately following this meeting are circulating. I find Ackman's statement, as though the meeting was somehow cordial, to be incredibly disturbing. Are you at all disturbed by that tweet? Do you feel, as I do, that this tweet significantly betrays the defined purpose and mood of his, and I presume your, final meeting with Charlie Kirk? ? He was unable to speak to me, but he did place some frantic calls to Turning Point USA. Yeah. You see, I went out to Seth, but I also went out to two other people who were at this meeting, and nobody is willing to go on record. They're all messaging each other, trying to figure out a coordinated response to say that, no, this was all quite cordial, but no one wants to go on record and describe it as cordial because they know someone's leaking, because someone's got a guilty conscience about what happened at the Hamptons. So I will again put it out there, Seth, Bill Ackman, and to the other individuals who I have not yet named, but who are going to be named later this week, who were at the Hamptons when Charlie was put under pressure, when Bibi Netanyahu called him and invited him to Israel, again, in a move that when it happened to me, and it wasn't Bibi Netanyahu, felt to me like a laced threat. I am inviting you guys, I will give you my platform, actually, to come clear matters up, to tell us what really happened. Because, you know, I think Charlie was definitely on the brink of changing some of his perspectives. And I can tell you factually, Charlie was praying the rosary. Charlie was going to mass. One of my last conversations with Charlie was me joking with him saying, just make the last step, okay? You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last step, Charlie. He says, ha ha. You're speaking about Mary. And typically when those steps start taking place, you stop referring to yourself, as I did, as a Judeo-Christian. Again,
All right, so, you know, she kind of jumping off the ledge here. I think she's kind of jumping off a ledge here, you know, but she has a right to her opinion. Let's get back into the footage here. So again, a lot of people are asking for this camera angle, even though it's got to be horrific. And it's in 4K. Look at this camera. This camera is getting every pixel I mean, that angle's got to be horrific. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe it's for the best they keep that in the tuck. More ammo for the leftists. You don't want to give them that because they're already memeing up his death. So while this is going on in the background, I'm just going to be reading some articles we've got from the Times of India. I'm not even going to read that. We'll go to the Daily Mail. No disrespect to the Times of India, but I've seen some of their reporting and it's off.
Terrifying and sad what this has come to.
All right. So he's walking up to people. The FBI tried to hide the. Let's see. I'm just trying to listen to what he's saying.
Absolutely ridiculous.
FBI tried to hide trans identity of Charlie Kirk suspect lover after his chilling four-word response to investigators. So this says the FBI tried keeping the gender identity of the trans partner of Charlie Kirk's alleged killer a secret because he had been extremely cooperative with authorities. Sources from so he did cooperate. Just so you guys know, the Twiggs guy did cooperate. Lance Twiggs. Sources familiar with the case said that Lance Twiggs was aghast when confronted by investigators over his lover's alleged assassination plot, saying, "Oh my God, no." Investigators are looking into whether Kirk's alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, was motivated by his belief that the conservative activist views on transgender people were hateful. After asking investigators if that's what happened, a horrified Twiggs agreed to cooperate and said, "Here are all the messages," according to Axios. Discord messages sent by the alleged killer, who was listed as Tyler, reportedly mentioned how he had wrapped his rifle in a towel and stashed it in some bushes near Utah Valley University where Kirk was shot. The sender also said that the rifle would have to be retrieved, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said during a news conference. An affidavit that detailed the Discord conversation also mentioned that Robinson had talked about changing outfits after the shooting. The messages helped investigators find and arrest Robinson for the assassination, and they gave evidence for prosecutors to seek an aggravated murder charge against the alleged killer, which is the only charge in Utah that carries the death penalty. So we'll just show his boyfriend here. And, you know, people are saying, oh, well, he was trans this, trans that. Yeah, I mean, sure. Was he an effeminate man? Yes. Did he actually make the transition? No. Was he probably within the LGBTQ community? Yes. But do I believe he was just like a full-blown transgender, you know, cut the dangling off? No, I don't. I think he was a gay man trying to figure out who he was. Obviously, you got a lot of LGBT marketing here, so he is heavily swayed by that. But I you know, they're talking about a doctor's appointment. I don't have enough evidence to say that he was actually going to transition. Motivated by romantic relationships. They're looking into it. Yeah. So let's go back to the video. And it's getting a little blurry too, so
Hi guys, Dad, we are outside the student life and wellness center. There's people running again? Are you sure?
everybody's saying he got shot in the neck.
They escorted us this way.
From some of the kids who were right there, always running.
Yes, the cops are showing up.
Yeah.
Yes. The cops are showing up. Are you sure people are? Yeah, they're pushing everybody out. Did you guys see what happened?
Are you?
Did you see what happened, Phil?
No. I was pretty.
Well, he didn't want to talk.
Yeah. I'm good to go walk out. Yeah. The cops might tell you talking to the go the other way. I got my vote.
You definitely have my vote too. Thank you so much.
Apparently, it is an actual war that we're fighting.
Yes, it is. Can I get a picture with you? My boyfriend will be jealous. Yeah, do you want to say hi? I do follow you, and I wrote you in. He's right here. With your last name.
Thank you.
With your last name. So it was that, yeah.
Oh, so he must be running for office or something. This guy here.
Hi.
So he didn't want to speak.
She's a fan.
Thank you so much. Better circumstances, Bill. Yeah, be glad to talk to you now. Okay. See what happens. Oh, sure.
See if we can get through this a little quicker.
We're here live at Utah Valley University, the site of an unbelievable tragedy that just happened involving Charlie Kirk at the Turning Point USA event. Shots rang out. Police running in still. There must be something going on for these cops to be running in like this. Campus is being evacuated.
By the way, it's also being reported that President Trump was absent from a memorial event in D.C. honoring Charlie Kirk and instead spent the weekend playing golf in New Jersey. You know, so, I mean, I don't know. People are pretty upset about that. Other people are saying Charlie Kirk did have body armor on. I don't know, man. This is what a firearms expert is trying to explain. I don't know if I want to play that. I don't believe he did. I personally don't. Let's see. Yeah, so Charlie Kirk did get carried to the vehicle. Let's see. Just trying to get some more information. Let me let this play.
What's going on? Trying to get to the vehicle. Of this? Okay.
So as you guys can see, people are trying to say this right here, this pole right here has blood on it. This isn't blood, it's rust. Otherwise, he would have said, oh, there's blood on this.
I heard they had a guy arrested, but then the cops just all rushing back in.
They're saying that the shooter was on the roof of this building, though.
They got a roof. And a bunch of them just came in and just evacuated. I saw top on that. Okay. Guys.
Damn, so apparently there was a mural for Charlie Kirk in Pensacola, Florida that was defaced the night after. And as you can see, here's a mural before. Here's the mural after. Wow. Wow. Pretty nuts, right? Pretty crazy.
Whatever this building is right here. These are all over it. Actively clearing this building, looking through every storage shed. Something's going down here.
Shout out to everybody who is watching the live stream. If you're watching on any other platform besides YouTube, make sure you go to the YouTube, the Black Gen Z Mindset. Again, Black Gen Z Mindset on YouTube. Make sure you go to the YouTube and check out the live stream. We got 99 people in the building on X, so make sure you go to the YouTube.
Looking like this might have been a sniper outpost up here on this building, possibly. Because that would be the only spot.
So yeah, this is the Lucy building. He's getting up close and personal. And you see the police, they're up here. Looking at the vantage point. This is the building that he jumped off of, and this is the side, I think. I don't think it was this side. I think it might have been that back side that he jumped off of. No. Let's see. It was either this, because he ran behind this, came on this side and jumped down. I got to see the video again, but let me pull it up. All right, we got the university video here. And just remember, the shots were fired at 12:23. And by the end of the minute, he's already jumping off of the roof. So 12:23, so 30 seconds ago, he fired the shots. You see him running from this side. So yeah, he did come on this side of the building. So as you guys can see, he's right here in this corner. Running behind this little canopy here. You can see him through the glass. He's running. Zoom in. I think he has something in his hand here. Yep. So he puts it right there. And then he picks it up with his right hand. Yeah, he has the weapon. It's right there. Yeah, it's literally right here in this bag. It's in this bag, some type of bag here that he's holding. You can see it clear. He's holding the bag. So he's running. Running. Then just starts to walk slowly because he starts seeing people. And he's still walking. Looks like he ends up crossing the street. Wow. Whew. I definitely saw the gun, though. I definitely saw the gun. But yeah, he did come off of that side of the building. Let me just go back. Yeah, so he came, ran behind here, or it could have, yeah. He came from here, ran behind here, got off on this side of the building. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the screen. All right, so he took the shots from here, ran behind this. The camera is behind where our man is right here, and he jumps off on the side. Shout out to Wag the Dog with the $4.99 super trap. He says libs are sick celebrating this.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, they really are. It's pretty sick, pretty discouraging for, you know, where we are as a nation and the divisiveness going on. But thanks for your support. So our man's just kind of sitting here. You got all the police over here. Looks like he kind of moves on. Oh, he's going to the parking lot where the shooter fled. So this is a good vantage point as well. So it is clear to me now that he did have a firearm in his hand. Yeah, he had the gun case. Yeah, it was either wrapped in a towel or is wrapped in whatever material that he had. So here he's walked to the parking lot where Robinson fled. Let me just double check and make sure because I was looking at some other videos in the background. Okay, so here. So he just kind of turns around. Yeah, and he's walking through the adjacent parking lot. So again, I'm going to show you the weapon and the optic that he had on it. They have it in this cardboard casing, and they shipped it off to ATF in Maryland, I believe. But they're saying that he spray painted the wood to make it blend in with the roof, apparently. All right. Let's get back to the video. Finish this thing up. Yeah, so also people are kind of upset about where he had stashed the gun or how he got the gun on the roof. It could have been pre-stashed. But I don't, they're saying the gun was in his pant leg. Obviously, you see both of his knees bending, so that thing would have been bulging. I'm not really sure about that narrative. That's the only thing, like the images that we do have. I see him with the gun jump off the building, yes, but how did he get the gun up there?
Okay, we're circling around the north side to go to my car. We'll meet you in the parking lot. Okay. Bye. How's that? I heard your audio or something, maybe. What did it say? He said, "Are you at UVU? Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." He said, "I'm sorry to leave. I'm listening to the radio right now, and they're playing a recording that is maybe from your dad. I'm not 100% sure. Cecily was teaching up in the Fine Arts Building, and she got evacuated." Wow. What's up, guys?
So they're giving this as the official angle where the shooter was set up. And they're saying this gravel roof is malleable and he might have been able to push some of the gravel around and hide it under there. I don't know. That's just a theory. It does look like, it can be manipulated, but I just can't tell. It could just be solid, but that's interesting there. Interesting perspective there.
Walk beside me and carry this. I'm watching yours. I pulled up your screen. I'm looking to see if you got the guy. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, okay.
They're also saying Tyler Robinson potentially could have made a phone call before climbing onto the roof.
Yeah.
All right, they've just declared that Tyler Robinson is on self-deletion watch. So again, Tyler Robinson did not delete himself. If he is not protected in custody, protected from himself or protected from other inmates or protected from potential wrongdoers, this story is going to look very fishy.
Got to ask you this, and you know why, but is he being watched so that there can be no suicide?
Yeah, that's what we've been told from local officials who have custody over him right now, that he is in fact on watch. That is obviously going to remain a concern.
So local officials apparently have him. I guess he's not in the custody of the feds. That to me is concerning, because nobody knows what could happen. People are trying to say it's a palm gun from another man who was at the event. I'm not going to show that because I can't, you know, I don't want to put that guy on blast. We don't know if it's true or not. Let's see. So Discord also said that their platform was not used, and that turned out not to be true. Let's see. Oh, so it looks like David Freeman and Candace are going back and forth. I don't want to get into that beef. People are trying to say that Kirk was shot from the right side from behind, not from the same rooftop sniper. I'm not buying that, honestly. I don't see any evidence to suggest that. Let's see.
No? Okay. Let me just get your audio. Let me get your voice. Let me get your testimony.
Let's see.
Well, there was no security. I
All right, so
got tickets, and they didn't even take the tickets to get us in. They just let everybody in there. So there was no.
okay, so they got a clip, but it's got some music in the
Walked
background.
in with
I
tripod sticking out of my backpack. No problem. Right through
can't
the door.
say.
There was no security at all. That's what makes me really mad. And then I looked up the ticket, got the tickets, and they didn't even take our tickets. Yeah, we saw the whole thing.
Please tell me what you saw.
We just saw him up there talking, and then I heard the gunshot, and then we saw him fall. You know what? It came out of my right. I was right in the center on the top level, and it came out the right side. Thank you.
Here we have somebody worried about COVID.
Oh God, now they are saying that he was wearing a vest and the shot may have ricocheted into his neck from a third source. I'll play this, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced unless the family wants to come out and confirm that. But I'll play the firearms experts claim first. Oh, they got a whole bunch of people talking on this. All right. Let's see. Here we go.
Hey, what up, guys? I know a lot of you guys are trying to help, and you guys are sending me a ton of amazing videos. There's a lot of new videos I haven't seen. I'm trying to keep up with it. I'm traveling right now, so I'm in and out of planes. I'm trying to get the information that I think is important posted. I'm sorry if I post something that is not accurate. I'm just trying to do my best to get all this information out there. But I want to talk about specifically about Charlie Kirk wearing a bulletproof vest. I now have from a confirmed source, which is what you're seeing right here on the screen. This is a message that I was sent on X. And then we also got into another conversation where he also reiterated the fact that his friend's dad is a surgeon at the hospital where Charlie Kirk arrived. He was hit in the chest, which is what we saw right here. It caved in part of his chest. That's what absorbed that impact that he's seen. The bullet ricocheted up and went into the neck. Anybody that's trying to show you that there's a frame and a one frame, and oh, there's the bullet. Guys, cameras film at 30 frames per second. Bullets travel at like 500 or 900 feet per second. It would be literally mathematically impossible for you to catch a frame and actually see a full bullet. You might see a flick of something. It could have been a bee, a bug. There was no side shooter, guys. The main shooter we're looking at came from the front, and I don't think it was that Tyler dude. I think that Tyler dude is a patsy. I'm not buying the stuff that he was a lone shooter on the roof. Look at all this stuff that the FBI has told us, okay? Okay.
First, he drives to the woods, drops gun off, drives to campus, parks the car, then walks back to the woods to get the gun. He put the gun in his pant leg and walks to campus, climbs on the roof, changes outfits, then takes a shot, changes back to his original outfit, breaks down gun and puts the 24 barrel of the gun in pants and puts the butt scope in his backpack. But they didn't find any tools to break down any of this. Jumps off the roof and with a 24 barrel somehow secured to his leg. Nah, but you could clearly see him holding the gun, though, or holding a case that may have contained a gun. Runs through the woods somehow with a 24 gun barrel, maybe duct taped to his leg. Yeah, they're getting some things wrong here. The gun was clearly in his hand when he jumped off the roof.
So first he drives and drops this gun off in the woods. Then he drives and parks his car on campus. Then he walks back to the woods to get the gun, roof, change original outfit with the bump, and he breaks down the 24 hour with the campus. The gun was hitting his dad. And this is what we see CCTV footage is, guys. I think he most likely died out at the scene. But either way, when you cut your finger, right? You cut your finger and you put it above your heart, it stops bleeding, right? You got people holding his neck. His neck is elevated above his heart. How much blood already came out of his head, out of that neck, right? I don't think it's abnormal. And the videos that they're saying of him carrying that body, you can't see, you can't tell. Charlie Kirk was hit with a bullet, and they carried that body to the hospital. When it arrived there, his chest was caved in. He was hit right up in this area, just like we saw in that video. You can see the little smudge, the little burn mark as it hits the vest and literally ricochets up into his neck, most likely hitting his spine, completely snapping his neck. That's why you see his neck tilt like that and he falls over. I don't think he made it much longer. Some people are saying he made it 90 minutes. I'm not sure if he made it even to the hospital alive. Definitely didn't feel a thing, that's for sure, guys. But please, guys, please do not send me any more videos of any other angles of this being a side shooter. If it's not something from the front, please, I'm so busy. I can't keep up with all these DMs, and I want to help answer all the questions of people that actually have questions that I can answer. the conspiracy theories from the side shooter and different guns and this guy in the waistband in the front. Yeah, maybe in the crowd somewhere from the front. Okay, that we can go down those conspiracy rabbit holes. But the side shooter, no, it had to have come from straight on, most likely a long rifle from a much farther distance. I personally think that there is somebody much farther back than that. I think that dude on the roof was a patsy. I don't know how they got him there, how they played him like that.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't believe that at all. I really don't. Maybe he had a vest on, maybe it ricocheted, but I definitely don't think that. I think the shooter is a shooter. I do believe that. Let's see. Okay, so we saw that clip. Guy giving his testimony. I mean, what do you think, guys? That's pretty much all I've got here. You know, these are all the questions that I had. I'm just scrolling the timeline right now to see if there's any more new information. The guy who they took into custody had been at multiple events, apparently. The first old man who they took into custody, George Zinn. Discord said they didn't have it, but they did have it. They are doing the construction on the site. So we saw that as well. Let's see. People are talking about the guys behind them giving the little baseball looking symbols. I don't really know if that's anything, though. I can't show that angle because it has a kill shot in there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm oh no, I'm watching some clips that people are posting. They're trying to blame the Groypers, Nick Fuentes, little followers and shit. You know, more people kind of shitting on Charlie Kirk. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got right now. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. If I if I come across any more evidence or any more you know, I will say there's one more weird thing that I do have to point out. The Turning Point USA machine has not taken any time off. They were sending text message blasts to their email list or their text list immediately after the shooting. Not immediately, but probably a day after. And this says, from Erica Kirk, I refuse to let the movement Charlie built die. It will only grow stronger, bolder, louder. Join me. Then they've got this whole marketing plan already planned out. And then they've got donations from $25 to $100,000. So, very interesting here. I don't think you turn back on the propaganda machine that quickly. I don't think you jump back on the saddle that quickly after your husband was killed in such a public, tragic way. But I don't know. Who am I to tell a wife how to mourn the death of her husband? So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Hold on. Okay, we got one more person doing theories. We'll play this video, then we'll get up out of here.
Signals. He touches the bill of his hat and then he touches his ear. The guy that shot Charlie is over on this side. So he's seeing that guy and he's also seeing this guy. This guy has to get out of the way from the guy in the white and he steps forward to get in front of this guy so that the guy that's over here that shoots him can see him, and he rubs his right arm. And then
he's trying to say the shot came from over here, which how did it enter the left side of his neck if it came over here?
See this guy in the background. Watch this.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been?
There goes the signals.
Over the last 10 years. Counting or not counting?
Okay, I don't know if this guy is actually going to show the shot. So let me fall back. Let me just make sure he doesn't show it. It kind of shows it, but it doesn't necessarily. I don't want to show that. I can't show it, unfortunately. I can't show it, unfortunately. So people are saying the carry out was weird too when they carried him into the vehicle. Let's listen up to this perspective.
Puts her hand over her mouth. Hey, let's get out of here. It's time to go. Let's go. And she goes. This is a 100% production. Anybody that can't see it, they're completely blind. But again, there's a person filming up here. You'll notice a female standing here like a statue where this person's stationed. You can see that other goon over here in the corner position for this event. And it's hard to see, but she's right there. There's the cop in play. And again, I'm going to get to that person up here. Let's zoom in here. Now watch this female cover her mouth and tells her something. Hey, okay, let's go. And there she goes. They both take off. Okay.
I don't see that as abnormal at all. She had never seen so much blood in a dead body. So she runs off. Let's see. People keep saying the shot could have came from the guy next to him with who had his arms crossed. I'm not going to show that either. But yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. If you are watching the stream on another platform, make sure you go to YouTube, Black Gen Z Mindset. Again, YouTube, Black Gen Z Mindset. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Kick, and Rumble. So make sure you check out Black Gen Z Mindset on all those platforms. But without further ado, we are going to send it off to Jen Quavius Jackson to take us away. This is BGZM News 17, aka Black Gen Z Mindset, aka Jen Quavius Jackson. I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. And hey, man, be safe, man. These political assassinations are getting wild out here. But appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Y'all have a good night. Peace. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog.
Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa.
Yo! Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That ain't
with
me.
that funky ass
Yeah, that's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work!